Ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a little bit of a break from Dokkan's 10th anniversary to go ahead and record this video. So, on Twitter, it seems like every year they go ahead and do a little bit of an estimation as to who the winners of the current Choose Your Legends event is going to be. Now, we have the Twitter results here for Choose Your Legends 9, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at this little graph that they... Well, not really a graph, but like a tally of votes from Twitter and tweets and so on and so forth. I'm not sure 100% how they go by this estimation here, but it seems to be reasonably accurate. It's not like 100%, but it's probably about like 80 to 85%. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this and see who they think the winners of Choose Your Legends 9 are going to be. So why don't we go ahead and open this bad boy up and take a look. All right, so we have an asterisk here. New contenders multiplier set at 1.0 for both the men and the women. So Twitter has the male division being won by male Byleth, with Sigurd coming in second place. Now, that seems pretty reasonable to me. We have Token OC, and not only OC, but also 3 houses, so that makes sense. And then Sigurd, of course, with the amount of Jugdral standing that has been going on lately, as well as just how popular Sigurd was in Engage. It seems to make a lot of sense. He's also the main lord that has not won yet, that I think definitely should have won. If not even right now, he should have probably won earlier. So there's no reason Sigurd should have waited this long to claim a spot on Choose Your Legends. So we have him assumedly in second place by Twitter. Followed up in third by Sylvain. In fourth, they've got Ectordeer. And then fifth, they've got Famortis. I don't know about all that. I don't know if Sylvain is actually doing that good. He could be for all I know. And again, it's just more 3 houses standing. 3 houses is basically the Twitter game, right? So, of course, Twitter, of all places, is going to stand the ever-loving hell out of 3 houses. So I don't know how completely accurate that is, but they have Sylvain in third. Ectordeer, I think, I don't have a problem with that. I think that's possibly accurate. Famortis, though, I don't know. Do people really like Famortis that much? We've been getting copies of him nonstop. Like, we just recently got the... which one was it? The Christmas one, who's really good. Of course, there's Fallen Leon, who's really good. Does he count as Famortis? I guess maybe kinda. Although not... Well, not Fallen Leon. The Valentine Leon. That's the one. The one with the end turn shenanigans. That Leon, I think, is... we could attribute him to being Famortis, because what the hell does Leon know about ending actions? That's always been a Famortis ability. So I would attribute that to being Famortis. And then, of course, there's Mythic Famortis. So I don't know where this guy has just reared his evil head. They've also got Diamant in 6th, which is kind of shockingly low. I mean, I like Diamant, but I don't really like him like that compared to, like, the females from Engage. So I think that may be accurate, but it's hard to say. I would at least say I like his chances better than Sylvain, though. So that's one thing I will say. And then Male Korin, R.I.P. God damn, this poor kid. All the way down at 7th. Then we've got Leaf in 8th. We got Burger King at 9th. And then Itsugi and Crom, which I wanted... What is it? TMS? I wanted them to do good because I at least want them to get a second banner. If they don't win Choose Your Legends, we have to, like, bring awareness to insist that people do want these characters. They want the other ones that haven't been added yet, like Toma and Maiko, and they just want a second banner for TMS. Like, just give them a second chance, and I don't know if Insys will do that without us actually doing something like this, getting them to win in Choose Your Legends. So, kind of an RIP, but also not a surprise to see them not this good, because I don't think too many people actually like TMS. I know there definitely are people that do, but it seems more heavily weighted towards people don't like TMS than people actually like TMS. Alright, then we got Alchris, Leo, Takumi, Leon, and Male Alir all the way there for filling out the bottom spots. They have Byleth at 10,967 votes, and then Sigurd at 9,000 votes. So, I mean, there's not really much room for error here, I want to say. But at the same time, we're also going to take a look at other instances where Twitter has tried to calculate who they think won Choose Your Legends. And we'll see, like, how accurate or not they have been with results that we can actually co-sign and check. All right, then over here for the women's division, they have Sharena just like tearing ass all the way at the top with almost 12,000 votes. Now, I don't know how accurate that seems, but she has such a substantial lead over Ivy and Alear that I think that could be possible. 179 tweets. Is that very many? I'm not sure, right? Like, that's hard to really quantify. 179, though, you may look at that and say, oh, that's not a very high amount of tweets, but at the same time, that's like 1/10 of the player base of Faye. So, it may not look like very many tweets, but also keep in mind, this game, nobody really plays it, so that's probably speaking volumes. We've got Ivy in second place with 9,773 votes. Now, Ivy was a unit who I was pulling for last year. I thought she had very good chances up until, of course, the release of the Summer Ivy alt. So I think Insys releasing alts of the engaged characters before the Choose Your Legends voting happened really hurt their chances. Like, we ended up getting Christmas Yunaka and Summer Ivy prior to voting, which, I mean, that obviously didn't do them any favors, sadly. All right, then we got female Alear all the way up at 9,200. We've got Tharja in fourth, which is kind of a shock, but also not really, because Tharja is a very popular waifu. I will admit. She is good looking, but also she's not really my type. I like them a little bit more curvy and curvatured, some more filled out women. All right, we got Balder in fifth, which I actually thought Balder would have been doing a little bit better than that. I thought she would have been at least like top 4. It doesn't look like they have her estimated too far behind Tharja. And what's interesting, too, is that she has more tweets, apparently, based on this. Like, she's got 107 tweets, while Tharja's only got 76, and yet they have her down there. And Azura, too. Azura's got 130 tweets, and they estimate her over here. So, like, I really don't understand exactly how they go about, like, calculating all this, but, I mean, beats the heck out of me, but I'm just going to assume these people know what they're doing. All right, then we got Yunaka in 7th. We've got Tsubasa in 8th. I think that's the best any TMS character has ever done, coming in 8th place. So, at least they're trying. All right, then we got Hilda in 9th, and then Freya in 10th, which I think she was also in 10th last year also, so not really much of a change for her. Then we got Dorothea, we got Vale, we've got Hoder, who I actually like more than Balder. I think Hoder is, for lack of a better term, I think Hoder is the tits, and then Balder, not so much. So Hoder, I'm surprised that people like Balder more than Hoder, personally. All right, then we have Elincia and then Shez to clean us up for the females. So, yeah, I mean, all of these, they have, like, tweets for Choose Your Legends 8s, and then they have a CYL9 multiplier and all this, and then like, this is the multiplication we're going by. 20.2 for Japan and 77.4 for English. Or, yeah, I guess English-speaking countries, but I'm pretty sure there's countries that play Fae that aren't mainly English speakers. So, yeah, there you guys go for all of this. Now, why don't we go ahead and try to fact-check this and see how accurate or inaccurate they have been with this Twitter tweeting, like, result checking for Choose Your Legends. So this one is for Choose Your Legends 8. Let's go ahead and see what's up. So last time, they had Alphonse in first, and they had Felix in second, and it looks... I mean, this looks pretty accurate. That's exactly what happened. Alphonse won, Felix came in second. And then for the women, they had Bernadetta in first, and they had Ivy in second, just barely beating out female Robin, but as we all know, female Robin did take the second spot. So... it doesn't seem like they're that far off base, because Ivy and Yunaka were in 3rd and 4th place. So, I mean, that seems pretty accurate for the most part, even though they got one thing wrong. It's not by that much either, because, like, look at this. 1753 for Ivy, 1,753 votes, and then for female Robin, they had 1,693 votes. So, a differential of 60 votes. Or, I guess, 61 for Robin to actually overtake Ivy. That's not that many. So, it seems like they're relatively on point. And then here they had Sigurd in 3rd place and Byleth in 4th place, which is why I think Byleth and Sigurd are doing so good this year. And then over here, Ivy and Yunaka would have been doing good. Like this year, you would think, right? Because they came in 3rd and 4th last time, but all of a sudden, developments have occurred that put Sharena all the way in 1st somehow. I'm not too sure how they went about calculating all of that. Okay, so this is basically what they said for Choose a Legend 7, and it seems pretty on base. I don't think this is inaccurate to, like, they got one thing wrong, like I said, but it's not really that wrong. All right, and finally, let's go ahead and take a look at Choose a Legend 7 now, and let's see how they were able to predict this one. Okay, so they had Felix all the way in 1st, which was way off base. I mean, that's not even close. And this is what I mentioned earlier about the 3 houses standing on Twitter. Like, 3 houses is literally the Twitter game. It's like they took a Twitter story and just made it into a game, basically. So, of course, Twitter is going to stand the crap out of 3 houses. So they had Felix in 1st and Soren in 2nd. Soren was in 2nd. But Male Robin was actually the winner for Choose a Legend 7. And they had him all the way down here in 4th, not even in 3rd. So that would raise an eyebrow for me personally. I would think that's a little bit sus. Okay, then for the female division, they had Female Corin as the winner, which... Who won CYL9 again? Oh, was it Gulveig, I think? They had Gulveig all the way down in 14th. Yeah, no. So... Here's the thing about this, where inaccuracies can set in. The OCs seem to really fly under the radar for Twitter. Like, over here, we have Balder all the way in 5th, which, like I personally said, I think Balder is actually doing better than 5th. I think she's at least top 4, if not, like, 1st or 2nd. So this is something that is hard to calculate, because the people that are going to be voting for Balder, like the people who voted for Gulveig, are just... like OC waifu casuals that aren't really communicating about the game. They're not on Twitter. They're not on any socials. So it's going to be hard to really gauge how good they're doing. So Gulveig, assumedly in 14th, but actually in, what was it, 1st? Which is, I mean, that's insane. That's insanity. So yeah, dude, Balder, don't count her ass out yet. I think she is probably in 1st or 2nd. And then I don't know if Sharena's really doing this good, but she could be, for all I know, right? Like, for known characters, for characters that are well established, I think this is probably accurate. But for OCs, that's where I think things are going to get a little bit dicey. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. What do you guys think about this? As we saw from CYL7, they were way off base. But for CYL8, they seem to be on point. Now, the one major difference between CYL9 and CYL8 is that we do have an OC in contention, which is something that they have a hard time calculating for. So, again, take this with a grain of salt. I don't think this is like 100% accurate, but it's probably around like 80 to 85% accurate. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below, and if you want to know when we're getting the official reveal for who actually won and who came in 2nd place, that should be during the anniversary live stream, because we are getting the, what is it, the 8-year anniversary for Fire Emblem Heroes coming up in February, and they're probably going to do a Fate channel on the 1st or 2nd. So I would say definitely stay tuned for all of that, because that's where they're going to officially reveal all this information, and we're going to find out who really won, and we're going to find out more info for the anniversary. So this is your boy Tacho signing out. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will catch y'all again on the flip side.